Asa sent his lawyer to offer me $1 million not to marry you.
What? Well, now we know how much Asa thinks my baby's worth. He's incredible. Excuse me, I think I'll have some of that juice after all.
It's worth a lot more than that. Once I turned him down, Winslow assured me that Asa would go much higher.
Well, must have been very tempted.
Not at all.
No. To be offered $1 million just so you won't marry somebody? Oh, I don't know whether I'm worth it.
You are. Don't you worry a bit. So, what about my suggestion about getting out of here? You know, Ace is not going to stop hassling us until we do.
I know, I just wanted to have a wedding here in town, you know, and have Vicky stand up for me.
An elopement is a lot safer.
It just seems, I don't know.
Like you're running away instead of standing your ground?
Yeah, something like that.
Are you sure there's not more to it than that? Are you having second thoughts about marrying me?
Oh, Drew. Are you kidding? You've been incredible. You turned down $1 million. I mean, I'm so lucky. And I think I'm just gonna grow to love you more and more as time goes on. It's all I need.
I hope so. Because if you changed your mind and turned me down now, I don't know what I'd do. Becky, you know, my mind is just clicking away thinking about our future. Working with Dr. Anderson all day and coming home to you and the baby at night. Oh.
You know, I've had a thought, though. If he is willing to give you $1 million not to marry me, what's to stop Asa from trying to get in touch with Dr. Anderson and bribe him?
I didn't think about that.
Maybe you should call California and tell him that some maniac's going to be trying to get a hold of him.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the number here, but I'll call once I get back to the penthouse. But, Becky, don't you worry a bit. Look, Dr. Anderson would never consider a bribe.
How much you pay for this?
$2 grand.
Well, my friend, that is $2 grand right down the drain. There's nothing here I could blackmail Drew with and nothing to stop Becky Lee from marrying him.
Well, I'm real sorry about that, Asa. I guess not everybody has skeletons in our closet.
Well, maybe you hired an incompetent to check his background. Reckless driving, one night in jail. Flunked a history art class in high school. I mean, I could have found that stuff out for nothing.
Yeah, well, but wait a minute. What about this girl he jilted back home here? Lily Mae Conkling?
17. Every boy at 17 jilts a girl that age.
Yeah, okay, but listen, she left home right afterwards. So you might have something there.
Uh-huh. If she was pregnant, it'd be in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, what can you do? Win some, lose some. I guess the kid's clean.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a Ralston. And I'm going to tell you something. He's got to have flaws, and big ones. Now, it's up to you to find them. If you can't find them, make some up.
Better do a good job, counselor, or you might be fired.
Brad, what are you doing here?
You having a good time down there in the dirt, Winslow?
I'm talking to you, boy. How'd you get in?
Through the front door. I told Edward I was expected. He was real glad to see me. I thought you would be, too. I mean, you left over 300 messages.
Winslow, go in the kitchen, tell the cook to make some supper.
Well, why don't we just continue our little talk tomorrow, okay?
No, and close the door while you go out. So, how much do you want to come back, work part-time?
Not interested, Asa.
Just till I find a replacement. I can't run this empire alone. You owe me that.
I don't owe you. You fired me.
I was a little hasty.
That's true. I had intended on sticking around until you found a replacement, but you blew it, Asa, and now I'm up to my neck in construction crews and architects. Couldn't spare you any time even if I wanted to.
Where would you find the money to do any reconstruction?
I told you I didn't need you, Asa. There's a lot of smart investors out there.
Like who?
My sister, for one.
Sam?
Mm-hmm.
She knows your record better than anyone. Why would she invest in a leaky ship like you?
If you think I'm this year's version of the Titanic, why do you want me back so badly?
I'll tell you something, too, I know. Sam is not your only investor. She's too smart to sink every dime she has in that dumb hotel.
Yeah, well, we do have one or two other partners.
Like who?
You think I'm going to tell you so you can do something? Forget it. Now, have I made myself clear? I'm not coming back, so just leave me alone.
I'm going to tell you something. I ain't never going to bother you again, boy. But by the same token, don't you ever come around here with any troubles. You got that?
See you around, Asa.
Who is it?
Giles.
Giles, what are you doing here?
Picking you up. Where are you going?
I'm going off to a meeting.
You gotta be kidding. We have a date for the opera tonight.
Ah, great chili, wasn't it?
If one is partial to chili, which I am not, I am something of a gourmet.
Oh, that I should have expected. Anyway, let's get back to Drew Ralston, and you're going to do what I asked you to do tomorrow morning, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that, Asa.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't mean it as a question. That's a statement. You will do it tomorrow morning.
Just hold on. I am not Bradley Vernon. I'm your lawyer, not your gopher, not your private investigator, and I'm sure not your henchman for your dirty deeds.
Winslow, you really want to throw all that money away I pay you daily?
Well, let's just put it this way, okay? I will do this one more thing for you regarding Drew Ralston, but then that is it. No more dirty tricks. Understood?
First, we'll find out how you do tomorrow.
Yeah, well, listen, thanks so much for the meal. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, hold on. Have a nightcap. A little sour mash?
No. Gin.
Oh.
On the rocks.
You got a little wife waiting for you at home?
That's really interesting, Asa. All the time that I've known you, you never once inquired into my personal home life. Now, what brings all this on?
Oh, don't be so suspicious, Winslow. I was just wondering.
Yeah, well, I had a wife, but ended up in a divorce.
Whose fault?
I guess mine, mostly. I was too busy being an angry young man, you know, struggling young lawyer. Didn't pay much attention to marrying my kids.
Kid, your daddy.
Yeah. Got myself an 8-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl.
I guess you see them every weekend, huh?
Well, not quite. My wife moved back to Michigan after our divorce, and I see my kids about 4 times a year.
That must hurt.
Yeah. Well, see, she remarried about 4 months ago, and now the kids have a stepdaddy who they really love a lot. So I am probably going to be just a minor annoyance in their life after a couple of years.
How do these things happen? I mean, how do people like us, I mean, we're never able to hang on to our wives or kids?
People like us. Wow, are we so much alike, Asa?
You are when you're involved in making money like me. See, we forget the really important things in life. You know something, I'll be married again. Have a little babies running around here.
Is that why Becky's baby interests you so much?
Becky is carrying a Buchanan. He's going to raise it a Ralston. It's going to be named Ralston. No way. I cannot let that happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about all that tomorrow. In the meantime, it's adios, amigo.
Hey, well, let me give you a refill.
No. No. Now, what is it, Asa? Are you so afraid of being alone?
No, it's not that at all. It's too early to go to bed, and I'm here by myself. I start to think, and, well, if I go to bed 4 in the morning, I'll still be thinking, not sleeping.
Well, chew on this for a while. Maybe all that thinking that you do, maybe that's why you're so unhappy. So if you got to think about something, think about that tonight. In the meantime, just relax, okay? Stop all your plotting. Get a good night's sleep. Good night, Asa.